I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. So I'm going to create this cute fun fold that I saw on Maria's crafting corner. I'm pretty sure that's what she called herself. Black is probably the worst colour for you to see, but I do have a bit of a template. So this is our Australian A4, but it doesn't really matter. You can get that out of any size because we're going 5.5 by 10.5. I was going to say if anyone wanted to jump on and join me, if you grabbed a sheet of A4, you could. So here's my little cheat sheet. So we're going to, I'm just going to do it and tell you as I go. So 1 3/4. I'm sure I've got that at 1 3/4. We're going to score right down there. This is just so easy, and I shouldn't say it's so easy because that's when you moz yourself and you mess up, don't you? And the next ones are 7 and 8 3/4, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to flip my cardstock and do 1 3, same thing, 1 3/4 and 3.5. So that's our scoring done. We are going to cut on some of those score lines, so but they're also, if you can see my template here, they're also scored through. So you can see the red. No, I didn't continue the red there, must go back and do that. The red are the score lines, 1 3/4, 3.5, 7 and 8 3/4, okay? And then we're going to turn it and 1 inch in, like so. That would be, I can do it on this side of my, or did I do, it doesn't really matter which side, whichever side you're comfortable with, I guess. Well, we've got to do it on both anyway. What am I talking about? So put it on your inch line. And this is the part I'm not real good at. And I can actually see it. I didn't check your view. Sorry about that. Can you see properly, Rhonda, or do I need to move it somewhere? I'm thinking like you can see, so just, yeah, where I've put that is good. I'll just go up, just go slow. It's a bit hard to see. I have to stand up to see where exactly it is. So you're going to score in between those two score lines, okay? That looks like it's nearly there, just one more. And then this is where you need your 7 and your 8 3/4 mark. We don't really need the mark because you've got your score lines there to guide you. And I can actually see this. It's actually better to see on the black than it was on some white that I did. And I've started too high up on there, but we'll go with it. And then turn it around and do the same thing on the other side, 1 inch. So my inch mark there, or you can do it this way if you want to, do the inch there. But I find it easier, so I've got more cardstock to hang on to. And Stampin' Up's great trimmer. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to guess and see. It just needs to go a little bit more up the top. Okay, I started further down than what I thought. I don't know if it's my eyes or shadows or what, but I always seem to get it just a little bit not quite right. Okay, now we're going to go over to the 3.5 inch line, and we're going to join those two score lines up. Okay, so I'm just going to start down a bit, but it seems to be further up than what I'm thinking. You can always go a bit more, but you can't fix it if you've gone too far. That looks about right. And you can always snip a little bit extra with your scissors. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. We'll go, what did I say, 3.5? Or you can go at your other line. But so basically you want these two ends facing you. These two cuts are facing you, so you're left with a panel in the middle. So 3.5. We're going to join these lines up again. Just a bit more there. Perhaps didn't go as far as I should have with the other one. Being careful not to go too far. That looks pretty good. We'll see how we did. Hello Myrtle, how are you? So let's see how we did. We did fine. Okay, I think we've done with our little trimmer now. So now we're going to score all of these. I have to look at my actual card to see which way. So these two are mountain. These outside ones. I have done, and that's a mountain and that's a valley. I have pre-done a fair bit of the work because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. That's a mountain there. Okay, so then we have our panels there, and you probably can't see. You'll see it better once I put the decorations on. So going to grab our, I'm using, yeah, I should have led with that, shouldn't I? I'm using some of the stargazing paper. It's got these beautiful, this is the piece that I'm using. It's got, you don't necessarily have to use the planets. I don't have the spaceship set. And I could use the nice green. I don't even have to use the planets if I don't want to. If I decide to get them later on, well I can. Okay. So, and I'll put all the measurements of this on my blog when I get to it. Where's my adhesive? So I'm just gonna put our panels onto our outside pieces. I don't think it matters which way up. Yeah, not sure. I was going to change my mind and foggy throat and pop these onto blue, but I thought no, just go with it and just do. Would it be darker up the top? Probably, wouldn't it? The sky, I mean. That goes there. Where's my t'other one? This one. And I'm using this, as I stated, along with the little dreamers set, and I'll show you that in a sec too. This has got a tinge of the pink in it because I've stamped the, whoops, I nearly put that straight on there. That's why I didn't. And I know it seems weird to use a black base for a baby card, but I felt that it was the right colour for all the papers, and I wasn't sure which piece of paper I was going to use. So anyway, if you wanted to recreate this, you could easily do the, I think that's Balmy Blue, I'm not sure. I've got that a little bit off centre there, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's a handmade card. And then this piece, I thought, I don't know about that. I thought I'd put that because this is where our words are going to go here. Yeah, I think I'll still do that. Kind of reverse, that sounds a bit silly to kind of reverse it. And you could do the opposite, but you kind of want some, well, I guess you kind of want some DSP in the centre as well. And I've got a stamp on that, so that's about the only stamping I'm going to do. Not sure what that piece there is for. Might be one that I cut the wrong size. So where's our... So this is the set I'm using. You've got to look at, how cute is that elephant? It's just gorgeous. You've got to look at what else is in the set. So you've got your moon, you've got your clouds, there's 2 different size clouds, you've got stars. I could use that and cut some stars in the back of the DSP, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I have, like I said, I have stamped and coloured in my cow, and I've die cut some stars and the moon. Now I've got to remember how I have that. Just remember the orientation, I guess, because this goes on to, I should be remembering the orientation. Let's put this like this so that we know that we're in the right way around, because there's not much in between. Yeah, we've got to go that way. Go that way, and that one, then if I cut this the wrong way, have I? Seems to be a bit too long, actually. Let me see. Yeah, seems to be a bit too long. I did have to recut these plastic white pieces, so let me just see what I've done here. So this is 2 7/8. So we should come back to, I think it's right, yeah, it's right that way, 2 7/8, I'll just tell you now. And that one was 2 5/8. So, and this one, that way, this one is 3 1/8. Is it square? Gosh. 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. What have I got? 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. Let's write that down because I've got a memory like a mouse. 2 7/8. And 7/8 is the white by 3 1/8. So then our DSP should be 2 5/8. If we wanted a 1/4 inch less, 2 7/8. Ah, no, it should be, we're going a 1/4 inch, aren't we? 2 5/8. So 3 1/8. We'll come back to 2 7/8. I think I got myself confused with all the 7/8, all the, yeah, so that's 3, and it should be, that's 2 5/8. It's 3 that way, where it should be 2 7/8 that way. So let's just fix that. Now I've moved it. 3, so you want 2 7/8. I think that's what happened. I had the paper cut. Let's put it up that way. Throw my little elephant off there. So we want 2 5/8 is right by 2 7/8, and that one's 3 as well. So we want 2 7/8. That will be better. 2 7/8. Okay, now I should know which way that goes now by the size, shouldn't I? I have to think about it. Yes, that's better. And this one. Was that rain? Got washing out. Is it raining, Rhonda? Sounds like rain. Got towels out. I don't want to get them drenched. I knew it was going to rain. Oh, is that the right measurement? Maybe it was the other one I threw over there. Gosh sakes. It is. Must have been that one. That one should have been discarded, I think. Let's just put that over there. No, that's not it either. Just going to do this again and measure 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. 2 7/8. That's 3 1/4. So it needs to be 3 1/8. Gosh, we'll get there one day. 3 1/8. One little measurement can make, hey? Still looks a bit big. Just want to make sure that's right before I go sticking that on there. Yeah, no, it's right. It's right. I worry too much sometimes. There we go. So these ones, I'm going to stick that to that. Where are we? This one, let me get it right for you, just goes, what actually goes, not the blue one, it actually goes right over there. Well, I didn't watch the Maria's video, I just winged it, and I have stuck mine because actually I probably shouldn't have on my other one. I probably shouldn't have stuck that there. So just on half of this, just making sure I've got everything in the right orientation and it's all going to fit is what I'm worried about now. Yeah, that should be right. So just put your finger there. You could do a pencil mark if you wanted to. And you're just going to stick this onto here. I was going to change my mind again and turn it around, but I'm not going to because I've got the glue on it, haven't I? That's about right. Okay, and this one, just for the same thing, I just want the sticky on. Yeah, obviously it goes that way. I might put that like that. So there's more pink behind my cow. So if I put my finger there, there's a couple of rows of that. And then if you flip it like that, you can more easily see the edge of your card where the border's got to go. Hopefully I've done that right. Yep, there we go. Now for the fun stuff. I've already stamped and coloured my elephant. I'll probably do some stamping on the sentiment strip. I can't pick up these little hearts. There we go. So I wanted to wait till it was on there in case where's that other cloud? I think I could use it now. I cut out a bunch of clouds, just one, not two. And I thought, mightn't be enough room for two. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing there, can you? Let's move it. Let's move up a little bit. Got all my bits here. Probably getting annoyed with me because you couldn't see that. I've got all this stuff in the road. Let's get rid of that. Okay, push that up there a bit. Rightio, so we've got our elephant. We've just got to decide how we want him. Do we want clouds or do we not want clouds? Do I want one cloud? Can he sit over the top of the clouds? Or do we just want one? Forget how I had it before. Same with my cow. I forgot how I had him too. Him, her would be for a cow, wouldn't it? And you could cut this out of, I was just in a bit of a rush this morning, so I didn't go looking for some gold, or we've got other specialty paper that I should be pulling out, but time was a factor. I don't think I'm going to fit two clouds there. What do you think? Do you think my placing of everything is good there? And then I thought maybe we could do a couple of clouds here. Put the moon probably, oh how? The moon there maybe. It's moving on me. There we go. The moon. Kind of like the cow jumped over the moon, isn't it? I don't know that I'm liking the two clouds. I think just one. And then we can put some stars just randomly here. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks good? Oh, it's still a bit low. Let's push it up because I'm pushing it towards myself. That's why. Is anybody talking to me? Good. Oh. It's wide, so that's why you can't see it. It's a wide card. Let's push it up there a bit. There we go. Is that better? Move it over here. Move it over here. Okay. So I think I'm going to put a cloud down anyway here. I think just one cloud. And because I have to really look to see which is the wrong side of this, I'm going to put the cloud just glue him on, and we'll use some dimensionals for our elephant. Sorry to race ahead and do all of this, but I thought you guys have coloured in before. You know how to do that. I've just used Smoky Slate, and no, I haven't. I stamped him on. I'm telling lies. I didn't colour him in. I did this one day. We had to play. Rhonda and I had to play, and she actually made a baby card. I didn't get that far. I don't know quite what I was doing that day. Stamped him on Smoky Slate. And then I got my black pencil, and I just did a little bit of shading with my black pencil. That's how I did that elephant. I'd forgotten. And he's got some Wink of Stella on him too, because you know, he has to have Wink of Stella. Wasn't sure about the yellow stars, but like I said, I was hurrying. Are they all the same size? Maybe. I thought I might stamp some stars on the greeting part too. Well, we could have not done stars. We could have just had some rhinestones in the sky. So now I can move that over, because I kind of have to. I don't know, do we want the cloud behind her? I've got to work out where I want the moon. It's fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Kind of want the moon. Kind of. I know, but I don't know. There we go. There. There, and maybe there, perhaps. I want to see the moon. There. There. Is that it? What do I think? Looks like my towels will have to go in front of the heater. Just looking for your comments. So I have the moon kind of like, yeah, like that. Let's just do that. Just doing it in seal so that I can move it if I need to. I might use some dimensionals for the cloud because I can. Fingers are fumbly. It kind of gives the impression that the cow jumped over the moon, I think, like nursery rhyme sort of stuff, I reckon. I reckon this was a really clever set by Stampin' Up. It's so cute. Something about that elephant, it's just, and the cow's cute too. A cute set. There we go. Put the cow there and just work out where I want my stars. Maybe tuck that one there. That was good. Oh, I was going to dimensional them, wasn't I? Make sure I've got on the right side of these. He looks a bit smaller. I think he is. Will we get away with it? Yep, there, about there. Yeah, I think I'll kind of tuck it behind there. Now, the greeting, I think, there is. This is my piece of paper. Just scratch paper to make sure I can get that straight. So I think, if this fits perfectly. But can she get it straight? That is the question. Now, what do we want that done in? Maybe just pimento. Keep it the black theme. If I go introducing other colours, it might not look good, might it? Let's see how easy this is to get straight, because that is not my forte. Passable though. Let's see if I can do it that good, I'll be happy. Anyway, cardstock has got two sides, hasn't it? So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to pretend I'm on the line. Perfect. And that, I was going to do some stars, I said, wasn't I? So if we do them in, it's crushed curry that I've done those in. Probably might have been better in paler colours, but let's go for this colour. See how we go. That'll do. Actually, I could. Just working out, I could stamp off a couple of times actually, and just put the stars there. Not sure if it'll work the third time. No. 1, 2, and that's 3 there. Yeah, I like that. Maybe another one. 1, 2. That one there. How about that? Bring our card back, and you could of course cut this piece smaller so that you see more of the galaxy. So just to show you how it's a bit hard to show you how it stands, but it stands like that. You can put whichever piece you like over there. It folds to fit in an A4 envelope, so like that. And then when you stand it up, it looks like that. So That's that view, and that's that view. What do you guys think? Oh, we need some sparkly things, don't we? Probably just go for rhinestones, maybe. Seeing it's a nighttime scene sort of thing. Thanks, Rhonda. Let's see. Oh, and I wanted to wink the. My wink is still. I wanted to wink the cow. Carefully, because I don't want to go from the grey to the white in case I transfer the ink. I'm not sure if I would. The little face is done in Petal Pink. I was going to do it in Berry Burst, but I thought that looked a bit bright. So you could actually splatter on there. I'm not going to. I was going to do the stars a little bit too. Not the moon, just the stars. This will be going to my granddaughter. She's got a friend having a baby, so doesn't know what the sex is. So I figure this is unisex as well, so it could be for whichever sex. Yeah. Now, where do we put these? It's like almost as if we don't need them, but no card's complete without a bit of sparkle. More room on this one, so oops. I'm going to put a, no, I don't think I want a big one. I think we want to keep them small. 2 on there, and we'll see how we go on this one, whether we want 2 or 3. I think I want 3 on both actually. And you've still got 3 on each piece, so I don't think that matters for the rule of 3. I think we've still got our rule of 3. I think it would look odd. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, I should show you I was just practicing. I've been going through practicing. I didn't put any, because I didn't feel that it needed it. Amaria had, I think she had embossed cardstock there, but I didn't feel the need to do that. Mine's just like that. I did this with some retired products, so this will be, if we do a class, I won't really care if it gets, and it's just got the birthday wishes in there, and I love how that turned out as well. It's really pretty. Just had a bit of that paper left, and I thought, well, while I'm just playing, I'll just use some retired stuff, and then if I mess it up, it's not going to matter. So that one's really pretty, and I also didn't put the DSP there either, because I didn't feel that it needed it, but it's personal choice, personal preference. So if you wanted to do a screenshot of my template, there, I'll just continue that score line here for you in red. I think I used the other end and it's not showing that well. There we go. Okay, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll try and be live next Thursday, hopefully at the usual time. All right, okay, bye-bye.